Alright, here we go with a new game. This is going to be Axis and Allies Anniversary Edition using the 1941 setup. The teams we have myself playing as Germany and Italy. We have No Limit playing as Japan. On the Allied side we have Grandmaster Bert as Russia and his two friends, one of them Alan playing the United Kingdom and the other one James or KYOn2Wheels playing US and China. It will be a little bit different in that Alan and James don't have their own YouTube channels, so all of their turns will be posted to Grandmaster Bert's channel. I'll put links to his channel and Japan's channel in the description of this video. Just a little note on how we're playing. We have the standard out-of-box setup with standard out-of-box victory conditions of 15 victory cities for one side. But there are just two minor house rules, and that is that the Turkish Straits are closed. So there'll be no going into C-Zone 16 from C-Zone 14 or 15. And also we're going to be using the G40 escort and interceptor rules for the strategic bombing runs. So there's no air bases required or anything, just fighters can escort the strategic bombers on a bombing run, and then escorts can scramble to intercept those bombing runs of factories only. So no scrambling into C zones or anything like that. Alright, so I'm going to be here with Germany. We've got the setup here all ready to go. And just a quick note on how I use my dice. I use white dice for ones, black dice for twos, red dice for threes, and these are ivory colored dice for my fours. Starting off, Germany has a total of 31 IPCs to spend. They're going to buy an aircraft carrier, a transport, and 2 tanks. We went for all IPCs. I think that's all IPCs spent. Yeah, it is. All right, but we have a total of 6 combat moves to make. We'll start off in the south first. Sorry about the glare. All right, so down here in Egypt, we're going to take everything from Libya in. That's an infantry, an artillery, and a tank. We're also going to take this transport up here in C-Zone 13. We're going to grab an infantry. Let me chip that out. We're going to grab an infantry and a tank from France. And we're going to go 1, 2 into C-Zone 15 and drop those into Egypt as well. So that's 2 tanks, 2 infantry, and artillery. And accompanying that, we will have a bomber coming in at 1, 2, 3, 4. And so he'll have a total of 2 movements remaining. Should have put my little markers out here, but there he is with a 2. All right, next combat move, we're going to go up here into the Ukraine. So we have 3 infantry, an artillery, and 2 tanks coming in from Bulgaria, Romania. We're also going to take the 2 tanks from Slovakia, Hungary, 1, 2, and the 2 tanks from Poland going 1, 2. So we have a total of 6 tanks, 1 artillery, and 3 infantry going in there against those 2 Russian infantry. We're going to go into Poland, and going in there, let me just look at my setup, make sure I got it right. So we're going to take 2 infantry from Poland into East Poland. They're going to be accompanied by this artillery from Poland and the fighter from Poland. So we have 2 infantry, an artillery, and a fighter going up against the 2 infantry of Russia. And there it is. Sorry, I didn't have the marker there, so we've got 3 movements remaining in his gas tank. All right. Next combat move, we're going into the Baltic states, so we're going to take these remaining 1, 2 infantry from Poland into the Baltics. We're also going to take, using this transport here, we're going to grab 2 infantry from Germany and transport them up. So that means we also get a bombardment with our cruiser. And then we're going to take our fighter here from Germany. He's going to go 1, 2 and hit that as well. So he'll have as well 2 movements remaining. All right. Let me just take that chip off and put another infantry on there. Next combat movement, we're going into C-Zone 6 over here. And so we're going to take our submarine out of C-Zone 5. And we're also going to take this fighter from Northwest Europe, and he'll have 3 movements remaining. I know that's a 2. He only needs 1 movement left anyways, but just throw it on there. And the last movement we have, actually, I do have a 3 because I need that 2 for this other one. The last movement we have is we have these 2 submarines from C-Zone 7 going 1, 2 up to C-Zone 2. And coming over from Norway, we have this fighter going 1, 2, so he'll have 2 movements remaining. All right, that's the 6 battles that we have planned. So I've got all the units lined up here in rows. So here's Egypt, and then here is Ukraine. Here is East Poland. Here is Baltic States. This one is C-Zone 6. And the last one over here is C-Zone 2. All right, so let's see if we can't get this set up and start some rolling. So, you can't see that, but so starting off, here we've got in Egypt, 2 tanks at 3. We've got 1 promoted infantry and an artillery at 2. We've got an infantry at 1, and we've got a bomber at 4. And just to keep in mind, I do have 1 infantry and 1 tank are the amphibious. So if I choose to retreat, I'll have to make sure a tank and an infantry get taken as casualties. Alright, so for our hits, we have just 2 hits. Not very good. So we'll put that over there to the side. Now defending, we have 3 at 2, 1 at 3, and 1 at 4. 1, 2, 3 at 2, 1 at 3, and 1 at 4. Alright, so we've got only 1 hit. All of the 2s missed and the 4 missed, so we have 1 hit there. So we're going to lose the 1 infantry that was, for the Germans, the 1 infantry that was amphibious. And for the Brits, we're going to lose their 2 infantry. So we're left with, let's see, 2 at 2, 2 at 3, 1 at 4, versus 1 at 2, 1 at 3, 1 at 4. Alright, so 2 at 2, 2 at 3, and 1 at 4. And we have only 1 hit. Man, some bad dice here. Alright, so we have 1 at 2, 1 at 3, and 1 at 4 shooting back. And we have 1 hit with the fighter. I'm not ready to take that tank yet. I think I'll still be alright. So I'm going to go ahead and take the infantry for Germany and the artillery for the UK. So we'll continue the battle, and we've got 1 at 2, 2 at 3, 1 at 4 versus 1 at 3, 1 at 4. Alright, right, so 1 at 2, 2 at 3, and 1 at 4. And we've got 2 hits. That's all we needed to finish them off. And they shoot back with 1 at 3 and 1 at 4. And they take 2 hits with them on the way down. So we're going to lose the artillery and a tank for the Germans. And all the Brits are dead. We take over Italy. Or Egypt, sorry. Alright. Just that bomber and tank remaining. Alright, so the next battle here is the Battle of Ukraine. 6 tanks at 3, 2 at 2, and this is 3, right? Yeah, and then 2 at 1. Alright. 2 at 1, 2 at 2, and 6 tanks at 3. Whoops. Just knocked something around on my other game, huh? Alright, here we go. Ooh, that's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits. Doesn't matter, we only needed 2. So we have 2 shooting at 2 in return for the Russians. And, ooh, no hits. Alright. So that's great for the Germans. So we'll lose these 2 Germans, or 2 Russians, I mean. And we have now taken Ukraine. We'll move up to East Poland. So we've got 1 at 1, 2 at 2, and 1 at 3. Alright. 1 at 1, 2 at 2, 1 at 3. Make 2 hits. And we get 0 hits. That's no good. Alright, so we got 2 Russians shooting back at 2. And they get 1 hit. So we go ahead and remove the 1 German at 1. And so we've got 2 at 2 and 1 at 3 versus 2 at 2. And there we go, there's 2 hits. So the Germans are dead. The Russians are dead. But we got 2 Russians shooting back at 2 again. And they take 1 hit as well. So we are going to, again, lose the infantry there. And the Russians are dead. So we take East Poland with 1 artillery and 1 fighter. Next we'll move on to the Baltic states. So we've got 4 at 1 and 1 at 3 versus, excuse me, and I forgot the bombard. Don't want to forget that. Take every bit we can. Yeah, there's a cruiser there as well. So 4 at 1 and 2 at 3 versus 3 at 2. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4 at 1 and 2 at 3. And, ooh, we got them all in the first round. Both of our 3s hit, and we got 1-1. I like that. So we'll take 3 2s shooting back. And, oh, the Russians are doing terrible. No hits. No hits on that one. Alright, so the Russians are dead in the Baltic states. And we take that one with 1, 2, 3, 4 infantry. And the fighter, and of course the cruiser is still there as well. Alright, so now we'll move into Sea Zone 6. We have a submarine at 2 and a fighter at 3 versus a destroyer at 2. Alright, so 2 and 3. Need a hit. And we got a hit with the fighter. And we shoot back with the destroyer. And we have a miss. Alright, so that destroyer is dead. So remaining in C-Zone 6 is the submarine and the fighter. Now on to C-Zone 2, where we have a 2 submarines and a 2 and a fighter at 3 going up against just that lone battleship at 4. So we can actually roll this all together. 2 at 2, 1 at 3, and 1 at 4. And it looks like the 4 hit, and one of the 2s hit, but not the other one. So I'll take out a submarine, and we will damage the battleship. So I can put a damage marker on here, but hopefully it won't need it for very long. Oh, and you can see that too. All right, so just one submarine, and so I'll take out the black die. So just one submarine and a fighter going up against the aircraft carrier. Oh, they hit me again, and I missed. So lose the other submarine, and I need to continue because I need to take out this battleship. Come on, baby. All right, here we go. So I got the battleship, but I don't get to take out get to take out the transport because I lost my fighter too. All right, so remaining in C-Zone 2 is just that that one transport. All right, so doing great on the first 3, but then terrible on the rest. All right, so down here everything's dead from the Brits. And everything's dead from the Germans except for the tank. The tank takes it and goes up 2. And we're going to fly this this bomber. He's got 2 movements left. And we will go... Yeah, we'll go to Libya. Alright, so some more non-combat. We'll take this infantry from Morocco. He's going to come down over here to Libya as well. No sense in trying to hold that by myself. We're going to take this infantry from Western Europe and come down to France. Alright, I need to make sure I get this one right. So there were no losses here. The Russians died in Ukraine. We take that one, up another 2 for the Germans, and down 2 for the Russians. Here we took out in Poland we took out the 2 infantry, but we lost our 2 infantry. And so we're up another 1 and down 1 for the Russians. This fighter that has 3 movements left, he's going to go 1, 2, and he's going to land on that carrier, and that's going to be placed in C-Zone 5. In the Baltic states, he has 2 movements left, but he's going to go 1 and also land on that carrier in the Baltic states, or in the Baltic Sea. We killed all 3 of these dudes, but we didn't lose any of ours. So we go up 1 there, and Russia goes down 1. So let's go ahead and do those changes on the income tracker. So Germany was up 4 from Russia, 1, 2, 3, 4, and Russia's down 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then UK is down 2, and Germany's up 1, 2 from that one as well. Finish off here with this destroyer is dead. And these 2 subs, and this battleship, and this fighter is dead. Took a little bit of a risk not taking my bomber up here. I think it somewhat paid off because I was able to use the bomber and take Egypt. So I think that was good. All right, next for non-combat moves. So this fighter has 3 movements left. So he is going to go, let's see, 1, 2 over to Poland. We'll take the infantry and the artillery from Germany and go 1 up to Poland. We'll take the 2 infantry in Norway and move them up to Finland. And that is it. All right, so place units. I've got, let me just make sure. Yeah, I've got 2 tanks. They're going to go here in Germany. And I've got a transport and an aircraft carrier that are going to go into C-Zone 5. All right, so let's collect income. So Germany is at 37 IPCs, plus on their, get their national objective chart. We have the first one, because those are just our home territories. We have the second one, because we have Baltics, East Poland, and Ukraine, but we do not have the third one. So we get an extra 10 IPCs on top of that. So 37 plus 10 is 47. So 10. So there's 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, 46, 47 IPCs to spend in turn 2. All right, next up we turn it over to Russia, and that'll be Grandmaster Bert doing his turn. And sorry about the bad luck on your rolling. Actually, I'm not really that sorry, but good luck. We'll see how it goes. The Warden out. I almost forgot my recap. So in C-Zone 6, I have a submarine. In C-Zone 5, is it? Yeah, 5, I have 2 transports, a cruiser, an aircraft carrier with 2 fighters on it. In Finland, I have 4 infantry. In Baltic States, I have 4 infantry. In Poland, I have a fighter, an artillery, and infantry. In East Poland, I have an artillery. In Ukraine, I have 6 tanks, an artillery, and 3 infantry. Like I said, in Germany, I have 2 tanks, and in France, I have 2 infantry. In Libya, I have an infantry and a bomber. In Egypt, I have a tank. And in C-Zone 15, I have a transport. That's it for Germany.